What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday! Yay! Hope y'all getting all the love, peace, and respect that you deserve today, because you fucking deserve that shit. Don't let nobody tell you different. So this video is going to be a little different because I wanted to introduce y'all to some friends of mine. First, I guess I'll introduce you to Stormy. This is the one that if y'all have looked at my videos and you hear a cat in the background, it's her. Most of the pictures that you see on my accounts will be chronic. That's my boy, but this is my girl Stormy. She's 15 and she's very talkative. So, but that's not the only friend. That's not the main friend I wanted to introduce you to. So I have some plant friends here. They're so big I can't even put them up there. So this is two plants actually. This is bamboo. I've had bamboo, I want to say at least 6 years. It used to be really, really big, and then it got really, really small, and he's growing again. So that's bamboo. This is Mr. Leary, except this is Leary Jr. Now, let me explain. So this, let me put him here, is the original Mr. Leary. Mr. Leary I got when I was working at $11.99. Mr. Leary worked in the Bronx office, and I went to the Bronx office. This was, matter of fact, at the end of that week, COVID hit, and we all ended up having to start working remotely. If it wasn't the end of that week, then it was the week after. So that week that I was in the office, I was covering for him because he was out. And I noticed that he had this beautiful plant on his desk. And I was like, oh my God, it's beautiful. Anyhow, I ended up with a cutting from it. It was, I think it was either from him or, yeah, I wouldn't have just taken it. But anyway, I ended up with, and it was a small thing. This, now, when we left New York, Mr. Leary was not like this. See how it's standing up? It wasn't doing that before. It was a small little plant, and it was really cute. But then what I started doing was a couple of weeks ago, I had this bright idea to put eggshells in my plants. So when I did that, Mr. Leary perked up. He started standing up. Look at this. That never happened. And I've had him, like I said, since the beginning of COVID, what, 2 years now? And he never was this strong. So this is Mr. Leary. Now, after we moved, I moved my plants and everything, and then a piece broke off. So what I did was I put it in a pot with bamboo because I wanted to see if it would grow. Well, grow it did. This is Leary Jr. See if I could fit it in here. Leary Jr. and bamboo are in the same pot. But look at Leary Jr. Leary Jr., I need to put him up here so you can really see. There. Leary Jr. is standing up like a tree. And there's eggshells in there as well. So that's Leary Jr. This is Mr. Leary. Now, I'm going to introduce you to these guys. So this is, all right, let me go here. These are little pine cones that we found since we got here in Virginia. There's my eggshells. See this right here? This is grapey. He's from a grapefruit seed. Now, when it first grew, it had leaves on it and everything, and then the leaves have not been on there except this little top dried one has been there, yeah, since way before we moved. And I remember looking at a video about grapefruit trees, and the guy that I looked at said that his tree took years and years and years to grow. He said, when you think that, you know, it's not gonna grow, don't give up on it. So grapey has been hanging in there, and actually the stalk has been getting taller, especially since I threw the eggshells in there. Now this right here, at first I thought this was chickweed, because at one point in the plant with Leary Jr. and bamboo, there was this really big bush of plant that I got, and I'm like, what the heck is that? And I had this plant identifier app, and it said that it was chickweed, so I thought that's what this was. However, my plant identifier app which is really a good bargain for $4.99 for a year. I think I'm going to renew it. I looked at it the other day, and it's a ginkgo plant. Now, story behind that, we have a lot of ginkgo plants over on Main Street. Like when we leave here, we're walking up towards the train station, the Main Street Amtrak station. There's a lot of ginkgo trees, so me and Pip used to pick up a bunch. And I buried a couple of them, but this one is rooting. I mean, it rooted, I guess, because look, and this is a strong stalk. This is not cheesy. So I want to get a bigger flower pot for these. So that's ginkgo and grapey, otherwise known as G-Unit. All right, so who else? Let's go here. This, I call this plant Caroline. So, story behind this. Carolyn, I have a co-worker named Carolyn, I'm so sorry. My cousin Carolyn used to go to the hospital to visit my dad a lot. And, you know, she would take care of him while she was there. And she ended up bringing a couple of plants home that people had brought by. This plant, I, of course, did my eggshell treatment. And look at how it's been growing. Now, it was growing anyway before I threw the eggshells in. But since I've thrown the eggshells in, I've noticed that these have started to stand up taller. And this shows no signs of slowing down. So this is Carolyn. Try to put her in a place where she won't break. This also was a plant that someone had dropped by at the hospital when they came to visit my dad. I have not given this one a name yet. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'll figure something out. I'm not sure. It has these yellow flowers on it, and the flowers don't really last long, but they're there. They'll come up and then they'll disappear and then they'll come back. And then there are these. Now, since I put the eggshells in, these have started to stand up. There's something in the, I think maybe the membrane of the shell that has those nutrients in it, and it's made all the plants just stand up. So I love that. But yeah, give me some hints or some tips on what I should name this guy, because I'm not really sure. Then we have, this is the last one. This I call Ortho. I call this Ortho because for Christmas, this was included with a nice little card from my supervisors. Hey, thank you for joining our team. This is a succulent plant. The name of it is somewhere. I'll probably use my plant identifier app. So it has to stay where it can absorb water. So this is Ortho. Really cute. This one also has, you know, it seems stronger than when I first got it, and it's also starting to stand up. So yeah, man, these are my plant family. So say hi. Yeah, and give me hints or tips or something about what to name this. I don't know. I don't have the slightest idea. I'm trying to think of something clever. But anyway, thanks for letting me share, y'all.